Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another episode of Did You Know featuring Darius. Please don't forget to throw in a like if you did enjoy this episode, but without further ado, let us jump straight into his abilities. Darius' ultimate will also still hit targets who move large distances during the animations. However, it will miss the target if they are out of sight range. Since Darius' ultimate has the cast animation, it is possible to kill him while he is mid-air. Stunning Darius does not seem to stop his ulti animation. As you can see here, as I am in the air, Leona has stunned me, it says the text, but my ulti still goes off and still hits her. Crippling Strike resets Darius' attack timer, meaning that you can get in 2 quick swings, such as auto-attacking and then following it up with this move. Even though Darius' passive deals magic damage, it does not proc spell vamp or rhylize, but it will still damage Black Shield. Apprehend is the only move that Darius has that does not apply a stack of his passive. As a counter to Darius' ultimate, you can use Q assess for the passive stacks right before he ultis to greatly reduce his damage capabilities. Apprehend's pull range seems to be very slightly farther than the range marker indicated, so keep this in mind when you're pulling your targets. Another important tip to remember is that Apprehend has the ability to pull the enemy targets through walls. Decimate has no cast time, meaning Darius can use it while running or auto-attacking and it will not affect him in any way. When using Darius' W ability, keep in mind that if you have CDR, that the CDR takes into effect after the base reduction is already applied, depending on how many stacks you have. A target with max stacks of the passive will have another visual on top of their head to indicate that your ultimate will be doing full damage. The move speed offered by the passive is not dependent on the amount of stacks per champion, but rather each champion hit with at least 1 stack on them. A general combo on Darius is to use Decimate, Apprehend, Auto Attack, and then reset the Auto Attack animation with the Crippling Strike for maximum damage. Don't forget that Darius' ultimate also applies a stack of his passive to the target, but it will not increase the damage of the ultimate during that cast. Alright, let us jump into some really cool facts and lore about Darius. Darius first made his mark when he was in a battle against Demacia, and the Noxian forces were exhausted and the captain ordered a retreat. Darius refused to accept such cowardice and wrote to the captain and decapitated him. This inspired the soldiers and they ended up following Darius into battle, which they ultimately won. The champion Darius was designed by Certainly T, who also made champions like Thresh, Zyra, and my personal favorite, Zed. Darius' name derives from the Persian word, which I'm probably going to pronounce wrong, Darius, which means kingly. Darius was also the name of a Persian king who is also called Darius the Great. Darius, along with his brother, both have a recall animation, but Darius of course being the first one to have it. However, unlike his brother, he does not have an animation when he's using the ability Teleport. Darius also joins the few champions who do not have an ability scaling off of AP, including Zed, Draven, Garen, Olaf, Riven, Talon, and Vayne. Darius' joke is a reference to Garen and how he spins his sword yelling Demacia. He even fails at it and mentions it in a quote. Since Darius and Swain are allies, you can see Swain's Raven in the classic artwork of Darius. Woad King Darius seems to strongly resemble Mel Gibson portraying William Wallace from Braveheart. This same skin also shares a theme with Woad Ash. Also in this skin, the serpents that he is fighting also seem to resemble the new reworked Baron that is coming soon, which you can also see at the end of the recent cinematic that League of Legends has released, League of Legends A Twist of Fate. The monster at the very end that Trinimir and Annie are fighting is the new Baron that is coming and the new visual look for him as well. Darius' ultimate used to be named Sudden Death. Alright guys, and that marks the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Darius. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please don't forget to throw in a like as it helps me a lot, and even share it with your friends. Please also don't forget to write a comment down below, maybe suggesting what champion you would like to see next. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Peace.